Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Good evening, Internet, and welcome to Top Shift. I think this is 108. What I'm going to show you today is something which I use quite a bit, mostly because I'm cheap, and that is the Riftcat. So as you can see, we have a typical bad, very cheap headset, which you can alter the lenses like that. We have an Android Nexus 6 phone, and of course, headset. And I'm going to show you how that you put all this stuff together in order to put Elite Dangerous into virtual reality mode quite cheaply using Riftcat 2.2. They've released a new version of it. Normally I use either Riftcat or Trinus for this every once in a while, just to see whether or not it's caught up with the others. And of course, Riftcat 2.2 got released recently. So just to quickly take you through this, I'm going to start Riftcat on my phone. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you this. You can see it is attached by a USB cable. For that, you have to put your phone into networking, airplane mode rather, and then tether the USB cable and accept the network. Once that's done, the phone is good to go. And you can see here we've got it's twirling around quite happily, like so. Next thing is we'll start the actual Riftcat itself. Like I said, there's just been an update recently. I think it's at 2.21. And you can see me disappearing into the distance as you can see my OBS setup. So, like I said, takes a little bit of time, but once it's up and running, it can be quite surprising. Now, also for this, I will be using voice attack. So, right, here we are. We have our Riftcat, which is quite simple to use. All I have to do is, now that I've set up everything on this, all I do is just press that. Now, what's this doing in the background? It's going into Steam, obviously, and it's going to be launching Steam VR. It's updating Steam. I'm sure Steam was just updated the other day. Anyway, so we are now preparing Steam. You can see at this point here, my Riftcat now says that it is connected, which is nice. And you can see the globe or the grid actually match it, which you can actually have this running over Wi-Fi as well. The main problem with the Wi-Fi is that the screen does break up from time to time. The transfer times aren't as good as over a USB 3. Now it says Steam VR couldn't be started. Actually, it does. It does start in the background, and there we have it. So that's quite happy, believe it or not, even though it is complaining. So let's start off Elite Dangerous. So, there we are. It says Steam VR is ready but unresponsive. Well, that's because it really needs a game at this point in order to run. It used to take you into the Steam VR virtual room, but it doesn't anymore since the new version. So we just have to wait for Elite Dangerous to kick in now. Don't know what it's doing. Right, we don't need that. We don't need that. Try and free up as much memory as possible. Don't need that. Nope, that's everything. So I don't know what's happened to Elite Dangerous. So I'll just try again. Yes, please, come on. Only one copy of the Elite Dangerous run I can run at once. That's weird. So where is it? This is turning out to be a disaster. So I wonder whether it doesn't like this stream running. which does cause a problem later on. So I'm going to stop this now and we'll come back to it at a later point. And welcome back. It does seem that I started off the VR too early. We now have this all ready to rock and roll. So hopefully, if I do this again, it will start running again. This is one of the problems that I've had with Trinus, unfortunately. Well, sorry, not Trinus, with VRidge. It does take a little bit of just knowing how to set things up in the right order. You've got to start this program first before that program, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. But hopefully... Oh, I can hear the Steam VR in the background. Ah! Now, if I go into Steam VR, I can actually show you I've got the Steam VR room running at the moment. And here we are going into Elite Dangerous, I hope. Now, at this moment in time, you can see Elite Dangerous is actually running, but I'm getting nothing so far. But that was probably because it's not set up in the right view. Preparing shaders, preparing planet generation, and we should be good to go. Yes, there we are. Now, I go to Options, go to Graphics, go to 3D, Headphones, and Apply. And lo and behold, everything has now started working, as far as this is concerned. And there we see, we have, looking about here, we can see all that. So that's working absolutely fine. Now there is a problem with this system, and that is occasionally, well, there's two problems. Sorry, I'm going a bit Spanish Inquisition. The two main problems are, one, the text. Although on the screen there that looks fine, when you actually look at the text through the headset, it actually is quite small, too small. I think that's mostly due to the resolution on the phones, but you know, later versions, I mean, that's a Nexus 6, maybe a Pixel or a Pixel 2, 3, Pixel or a Pixel 1, 2 or 3 phones would be better. But at the moment, you have to zoom in. You have to set the zoom function in Trinus in order, sorry, VRidge or Riftcat, in order to make out the text properly. So you don't get a full view. You get a kind of narrower view, which can be a little bit disconcerting. So we'll just make sure that. The other problem that we do have with this is that the head tracking can be a little dodgy. So I have to either have voice attack set up so that it automatically resets the head tracking when I say so, or I have to feel about for the F12 key. So if you just bear with us a sec. Got to kind of put the blind man headphones on again. Now you might have problems with the tracking. And the other thing I've got to sort out now is I've got to sort out voice attack being set up properly. So hang on. All stations report.
Standing by.
Greetings.
I'm here.
Greetings.
So,
Greetings.
just let me adjust these things so I can see things really in focus. And again, you can see just by a little bit of head movement, the tracking's gone a little bit. So I have to constantly refresh the button. So let's go to start, and we'll go into a private group because I'm just mucking about here. Mobius, because in Mobius, thankfully,
Welcome back, Commander.
Oh, there we are. We have a Viper. I haven't been in a Viper for years. I mean, I've been out at the Genosis in my crate 2 defending the ship, and I know it's been quite controversial, that player event, but I've actually really enjoyed it. And in other news, they've actually put out oh, hello.
Checking all systems.
Right, so here we are. I'm in a Viper. In space. And looking about, it looks quite reasonable. There's a planet up there. You can look all the way around the back. Though it is a bit dark for me in this. I think I might have to... And I am getting a little bit of pixelation, which is what happens when you are... It doesn't have the full range of head movement, such as zooming in, but you do get the general gist of looking about. And that's telling me I can actually read that text there, which is good. My Asp Explorer is at Lave. And where am I actually? I am in Lave. That's good.
Not an option.
You do have to see the ship. Oh, there was actually a combat zone around here, but that's not an option at the moment. I think the Lave. There's a whole load of kerfuffle going on between the alliance groups and the Lave radio network, which I might have something to do with. Right, let's see if this works. Go to Super Cruise. Go to Super Cruise.
Super Cruise drive engaging.
Ah, there we go. Well, let's go visit
Initiating.
the orange side.
Voice control on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, it's always nice to have Don Baker listening to you in your ears. So there is the civilian broadcast. Now this is, you see, this is the one thing, I am having to move my head quite a lot in order to focus on things because we've got the zoom function on. I mean, the head tracking does seem to be, it goes a little, but those little bits do add up. And every now and again something will come into focus and you'll be able to see properly, and then it goes out of focus again. Oh, you've got a little bit to go yet. Got to get to the 7 seconds. Go to Super Cruise. Come out of Super Cruise. Oh, I can't remember what the command is for that. Hang on. There we go. Ooh. And up ahead we have the Lave Radio Sidewinder. So there we have it, and she's orange. Oh, they've managed to fix that. It used to be just a plain Sidewinder. I wonder who is broadcasting today. But yeah. Lights on.
Lights on.
Oh, we got her upside down. Up we go. So there we are. Don't know who's broadcasting today. Might even be me. Lights off.
Off.
There we go. So that is the... Oh, right. Hang on a second. This is one thing about voice attack I keep on forgetting. Crewman Midnight,
Commander.
feed the cat.
Okay.
There we go. Let's make sure that the cat's nice and fed. I don't want him getting in the way. Go to Super Cruise.
Charging Super Cruise drive.
Now at this moment in time... Oh, hang on. My X-52's being a bit funny. I got an itchy nose as well. Oh, it's going to take a little while to get to. So yeah, another news today. Well, yesterday they had a live stream where they discussed the new changes that they're going to make to the exploration mechanics. And in my opinion, I quite like them. A lot of people, there's a little bit of complaint about what's going to happen is that when you honk, the old honk mechanism's still there, but all that's really going to show us stars. What you're going to have to do from then on is you're going to have to use the new UI to scan for planets, which, to tell you the truth, it's okay. It'll probably be like the scanner on the SRV. But the upside of all this is that you don't actually have to fly anywhere. You just stay there and scan. And as you zoom in and you find the new planets, you can then, if you have the detailed discovery scanner, you can then zoom in with probes and map that planet. But that's the thing. Instead of actually flying out to each individual planet, weapon fires detected, threat 4. No thank you. In this ship, I'm only going to manage for threat 1. I'm not going to do anything else. So I'm able to track that ship flying past without a problem, and those two. But when I look straight ahead now, I do feel it's kind of gone off the rails. So do an F12 again. Signal source convoy dispersal. No, thank you. And this is part of the problem because, let's see how am I going. Oh, a bit too fast. Yep, too fast. Loop of shame, or adjustment navigation observation. No, the alternative for using Riftcat is Trinus. However, I haven't had a chance to really use Trinus in a while. I don't think there's been an update for the PC for quite a bit, so that's why I haven't been featuring it. There is also another alternative, that's using Moonlight in conjunction with the ED tracker. And for people that have basically shelled out for that, it's quite, I don't know, the ED tracker does seem to track things a little bit better. Again, it's just gone off a little bit. And leave Super Cruise.
Drive deactivated.
That's what you have to say. Deploy weapons.
Deploying weapons.
What? So we've got a whole lot of ships around here. Let's see if there's any baddies. Yeah, there is a... Ooh. What's his problem? He's deadly. Is he wanted? No, he's clean. Oh, a fellow bounty hunter. Alliance chieftain. He's clean. Next target.
Next target.
Where's that one? Cobra. An Alliance enforcer. Is he wanted? No, another clean one. Oh, they're all clean. Next target. Next target.
Cycling next target.
Next target.
Next target.
Now he'll be clean because he's just a plain old trader. Unless he's just trying to smuggle. Oh. Yeah, he's clean alright. Right. Alex Murphy. Why does that... Robocop. And again, the head tracking's gone. So, I either have to set up something in voice attack to reset the head tracking every now and again, or like I said, feel about on the... Right, lock target. Oh, they're all clean. This is nice. Diamondback. He's clean. Oh, something to get into a bit of a tussle in this. Might have to go to the another Alliance Enforcer. Good grief, we're covered in Alliance Enforcers. And they're all clean. Oh. Oh, got an Asp Scout. Asp Scouts have a bit of a reputation for being pirate vessels at the moment. And he's only harmless. No, he's clean as well. Ah. Let's see. Keelback. Where's the keelback? Right there. There he is. Let the cat out. We have a winner. He's wanted. Right. Next fire group.
Next fire group.
Our previous fire group.
Previous fire group.
Previous fire group.
Previous fire group.
Right. At least he's not launching a fighter. Balance power.
Resetting.
%. And there we have it. Nice.
You're really lucky.
Lights on.
Lights off.
Lights off.
See what else have we got here. Have we got materials? We do. Mechanical scrap, this heat dispersion plates. So I can read this text, which it's a bit blurry. But to be honest, it's actually worth picking some of this stuff up, I think. Okay, hang on a sec. Cargo scoop.
Deploying.
There we are. I mean, one of the things that you just cannot get away from Elite Dangerous is the fantastic sound design, especially when you're in this kind of level of immersion. Because at this moment, I just feel every single thrust. You can hear the thrusters fire as you maneuver, and the ship seems to growl. Even in a slow turn, you can just hear that little growl on the back of the thing, back of your head. What's that one? That. Okay, mechanical scrap. We'll take that one. Never turn down materials these days, especially if I'm going to the engineering later. Lock target.
Locking target.
Ah, having Brian Blessed just say that in your ears just matches things properly. There we go. Oh, we got a scan. Let's
The
see what we've
scanner.
got.
You can see this in the center as a three-dimensional hologram. The yellow indicator below and to the left is the default setting, which is short range. You can change this accordingly, or I can do this for you. So, for adjusting the scanner range, I can respond to and carry out the following orders for you. 1. Zoom in.
Right,
2.
he's wanted.
Zoom out. 3. Zoom in max. 4. Zoom out max.
Cargo scoop.
Retracted.
Cool. Right. So I'm going to get this guy here. Next fire group.
Next fire group.
Yeah, that gives me the kill warrant scanner. And by accident, I just fired off my chaff, which I didn't really want. So he's definitely wanted. Previous fire group. Previous fire group.
Previous fire group.
His shields aren't going down. Power to weapons.
All power to weapons.
There we go. Balance power.
Power balance.
Oh, you're not getting away, mate. Oh. The thing is, you have to remember where your weapon placement is as well.
Outstanding.
One shield emitters. Let's see what else we got. Cargo scoop.
Deployed.
We'll just take these, and then we're going to head back to Leave Station, I think. See, every little bounty I get helps towards the Leave radio network, keeping Leave Station. I mean, normally I don't get involved with the background sim at all. I mean, I do help out the Hutton Trotticers and others. Is that another one? Normally if someone... Not looking for you, wrong moment. Okay. Retract weapons. Retract weapons.
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The brave experience death only once.
Gordon's alive. Go to Super Cruise.
That's a negative.
What? Oh, cargo
Lights
scoop.
on. Retracted.
Lights off.
Off.
Go to Super Cruise.
Engaging cruise.
Boost. Oh, afterburners. Oh, we're away.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Wow. That's another thing about the voice packs, is that just occasionally they come out with these little phrases, and sometimes it does feel like the actual AIs are talking to one another, which is... It just adds so much, especially if you're on long exploration trips. Now, I am concentrating, I'm trying to keep in focus when it's gone to 7, there we are. You see, that is the problem. The text can sometimes be readable, but when it isn't readable, you kind of end up guessing. And I think that's a limitation of the or the headset that I've got at the moment, well, the phone that I've got at the moment, not a limitation of Riftcat or V-Ridge or whichever one you want to call it. But looking about, it's reasonably, oh, just a bit of pixelation there. It does the job. Put it this way, it's enough to make you think, yes, this is phenomenally interesting. It's enough to give you that VR immersive feel. So I can make out Lave Station and 7, and you know, I keep on having to look down to there. To leave Super Cruise.
Disengaging.
Right.
Attack Protocol Alpha. Arming weapons!
Retract weapons.
String weapons!
Balance power.
Redistributing.
So there's a station. It's looking quite nice. Let's see. Request docking.
Landing permitted. Set down a landing pad.
Contacting docking control.
Ah, there we are. Sorry, I was a little disorientated then. A little bit sharp head movements can sometimes be difficult. Right, let's line her up. Landing gear down.
Gear down.
Oh, careful of the toast rack.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
Right, where are we? Oh, we're over there. Oh, and the head tracking's gone funny again. Hang on a sec. There we are. A little bit disorientated, I will admit. There we go.
Landing gear already down.
There we go. Now,
I come from a race of humans which existed many billions of years ago, before any life had even begun on Earth.
Security forces are on the lookout for
Thank you.
citizens in this area, Commander.
You're very welcome.
I would advise you not to provoke them.
so, having completed that little run around, I would actually say V-Ridge or Riftcat, whatever they want to call themselves these days, it's vastly approaching DK2 levels of immersion. What I mean by that is the Oculus Rift DK2 was a superb immersive experience, and I think this has definitely caught up with that. Whether or not it's caught up with the Vive or the actual existing Oculus Rift at the moment, I don't know. But as I keep on saying about V-Ridge and Trinus, if you want to give VR a try and you don't want to basically shell out between £400 to £600 for the VR kits, this is an excellent way to make sure that you're not going to get sick. I mean, I must admit, when I'm on the SLV on the planet and I'm using this, I do feel a little queasy. But what we'll just do, you see, at the moment, this whole board takes up just part of my view. I have to look all over the place in order to see it. And I know that it's something you have to do in order to read the text. but it does actually make the experience a little bit more disconcerting. So 18,000 credits, couple of kills, a trip round to the orange, visit the orange Sidewinder. But on the plus side, I don't feel sick. It's been a reasonably quality. There's the head tracking, as you've seen, it's gone a little bit, like so. But yeah,
That's already done.
stop listening. In conclusion, for the price of the headset, well, I'm assuming you've already got people. If you've got a high-end Google phone or Android phone, it's worth shelling out. I think the £15 for V-Ridge and the maybe £10 maybe for the headset. Most of the headsets these days are pretty good ones, and especially, but try and aim for ones that adjust the lenses. But for effectively 25 quid, £25 all in all, you get a reasonably good VR experience, and I would thoroughly recommend it. However, next time I have been lent a Vive, and I will be experiencing for the first time what it's like to fly a ship in the Vive. So thank you for joining me, and until next time, if you would like to like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Good night.